And can you tell me something, well, you just mentioned something specific, but something else specific that's on your list that you particularly would like to accomplish if elected?
Well, that's really important to me, but also, like I said, safety is a big issue, and graffiti is a big issue. When I worked for Joyce and Carol, I helped to get more police on the streets, and I think we need to look at, we certainly need more visible presence, more patrolling, and I think broken windows starts to do that. But I'm really concerned. We need families in Denver. We want families to stay in Denver, and they need to feel that Denver is a safe place. And I'm also really care about the schools, and I'd like to, again, keep middle-class families in Denver sending their kids to the public schools.
Okay. Well, what about the schools do you think needs to be improved, or City Council can help improve about the schools?
Well, I think there are a lot of schools that can need to be improved, but we also have a lot of good schools, and a lot of people don't realize that we have some good schools.
Okay.
So I would like to work with the residents in the district. You know, in this part of the district especially, you see a lot of strollers, strollers and dogs, but a lot of strollers. And how do we get those families to stay in Denver? And I would like to meet with families when their kids are 2 and 3 years old and involve them with the schools, involve them with each other, and see if we can encourage them to stay in Denver and to send their kids to the schools.
Okay. Now, and this is something that I've asked some other candidates, you know, obviously as a candidate for city office, you believe that city government can have big impacts on residents' lives, but do you think that most local residents realize the effect that city government has on their day-to-day lives?
Only when something goes wrong. You know, if the trash isn't picked up or the potholes aren't fixed, they realize it. But also, I think when there are big projects that are happening in a neighborhood, they become more aware and more aware of City Council. I would like to see more people get involved in the neighborhood associations. More people realize that City Council is the first level of government that works, the one that works most directly with them, and really in some ways has the biggest impact on their lives.
What do you see as, or if you were elected, how would you communicate with the residents of District 7?
Well, for one thing, I would move the office to the district.
And where is it now?
It's downtown in the City and County building.
Okay.
I would like to have quarterly meetings with the presidents of neighborhood associations. And I would like to have, when there are issues that affect a neighborhood, I would really like to have community forums and get the feedback from a wide range of people who live in the district. And I will also, either me or one of my aides, will go to neighborhood meetings and share with them some of the issues that are happening in the city that affect them, but also get feedback from them on some of the concerns in the neighborhood. Again, City Council is the closest to the people and to the neighborhoods, and I think we need to hear what people want and what their issues are.
Okay. And Shelly, what do you think are the top qualifications that you have that set you apart from the other candidates?
Well, I think I have a lot more experience, and even with my job at the Federation, I worked with volunteers, and my job, part of my job was to allocate the money that we raised, and I had nothing to do with this, I think, but the whole time I was planning director, the campaign was either going down or staying flat. And I had to develop a process that people felt was fair and open. Because as we were cutting budgets of agencies, we had to make sure they felt okay about it. They didn't like it, but that they felt it was done in a fair manner. So I had to keep donors feeling good about what we were doing in agencies and still provide as much of the services as we could.
Okay.
And I was able to do that.
And Shelly, do you have any last messages for the voters?
Well, I would like to ask you to support me. I would like to ask you to vote for me. I really care about our neighborhoods. I've lived in Denver for a very long time. I'm not new to Denver. And I think I have the most experience, the knowledge, and the skills to best represent you on City Council.